all over the world. I'm so excited about this particular panel. It is our panel of First Ladies, and we have a distinct group. So first I'm going to introduce Her Excellency Rossana Bracino. Did I say that correctly? Thank you. From the First Lady of Belize. You can come forth. She is a champion for families and children. She leads the charge of education and gender equality, a bold advocate against gender-based violence. Her influence extends beyond Belize, advocating for women's rights across Latin America. Give her another round of applause as she walks to the stage. Let me see how we're going to be seated, because I want you all to be able to look at each other as well as the audience while we have this discussion. So, let's sit right in the second chair. Sit in the second chair for me. Thank you. And we're going to pull. Simon, come to me a favor. No, not you. Someone else. Can you pull that beautiful vase with floor arrangement with lemons and everything back a little bit for me so that they'll be able to see each other? Okay, great. So the next person, as he's doing that for me, is Her Excellency Leticia Ocampas. Did I say that right? If not, give it to me right. Oh, perfect, thank you. She is the First Lady of Paraguay. She is a dynamic First Lady, using her platform to elevate children's rights and strengthening families. With a deep commitment to social welfare, she's shaping impactful cultural and social initiatives that uplift Paraguay's most vulnerable population. So we're going to give you the second seat, the third seat beside the First Lady of Belize. Great, this is beautiful. The next panelist will be Her Excellency, is it Arya Ali, the First Lady of Guyana. Did I pronounce your first name correct? Arya. Okay, Arya Ali. Her Excellency is a passionate advocate for women and environmental sustainability, is spearheading initiatives for mental health and economic empowerment in Guyana. She's redefining the role of First Lady with a powerful focus on marginalized communities. So we're going to put you in the fourth seat. Okay, great. Next, we will have the First Lady, Dr. Isara Nyusi. No? Okay. First Lady of Mozambique is not here, correct? Correct? No? Yes? Maybe? Okay, I guess not. The next person we have is Dr. Philomena Ooh, say it for me one more time. Say it for me again. Oh, Gonsalves. Okay, Gonsalves. All right, I like the way that it's spelled a little different. I'm going to get this. She is the Minister of Health at Cape Verde. She is leading the health. The fifth one, go down to right beside the First Lady of Guyana. She is leading the health reform in Cape Verde. She is a health reform powerhouse. She's pushing forward transformative health policies, improving care access, and tackling public health challenges to ensure a healthier future for all Cape Verdeans. Okay, give her another round of applause. All right. Now I want to make sure that these are all of our panelists, correct? Okay, great. So I was so excited reading all of the bios for you all and what you're doing in your respective countries. But the first thing I want to start with is knowing that women and the role of the First Lady is sometimes expected, First Ladies are expected sometimes conduct themselves a certain way or follow the culture of the land and not necessarily always be so vocal, but you're all unique in your own rights. You come with your own gifts and graces. Tell us how you have navigated your position as a global power woman as a First Lady, given the cultural norms of your country. So we're going to begin with you, First Lady Bracino of Belize. And I love your country. I've been there a few times. I love Belize. I need to go there now. The weather is absolutely beautiful, and I need to be on the beach. Okay, we're going to begin with you. Okay, so tell me what policy or do what you need to do as it relates to being a champion for women and children with cultural norms and standing on your own outside of being in your husband's shadow?
I started actually cooking. I love to cook. And cooking is a passion of mine. And when I first came into the office, I remember telling my husband there's so many social issues that need to be addressed in Belize. And I know he's very sorry that he told me this. Never expected me to repeat it to an audience. And I said to him, no, he told me, well, you know, you'll have to use your voice because we have so many big fish to fry. So you'll have to figure it out, or else the social issues will be swept under the rug. And I realized there and then that my husband cannot cook to save his life. So I started frying one little issue at a time. One issue at a time. And that's how I got into the office and I started my work.
I love that. And I was just informed that all of you all are going to give us a speech in a second, but in the next two, y'all just answer that quickly, then I'm going to have each one of you come up and give your speech, okay? Would you like to do that? Because I know now that you have prepared speeches, but look, I am so glad you are the cook and not him. So you're going to come up, so first of all, we're going to have the First Lady Belize come up and give your prepared speech, and then we'll come back to the questions, okay? Great. So y'all give it up, and they're going to give prepared speeches for us for a second. The mic.
Okay. It's working? Yes? I can do more than cook, just so you know. So this theme of this year's conference, Advancing the Transformative Power of Technology Through a Woman's Lens, Shaping the Future of Business and Governance. It resonates deeply with my work as a special envoy for the development of families and children. Just a little on that. In our country, there is no First Lady title given to us. So we are we're known as the spouse of the Prime Minister. I want to be more than that. I want to be me, Rossana Briceño. So he said to me, well, I can appoint you as a special envoy. And that's where you can use your voice, you can use your education to advocate for women, to advocate for the most vulnerable, our women and our children in Belize. And that's what I've been doing. So according to the Statistical Institute of Belize, the reports are, we're a population of 400,000 people. We know everybody. Everybody knows us. We know everybody's business. They know all my business. So, yeah. The labor force was estimated to be 191,728 persons, according to our 2023 labor force report. The participation rate among females at 44.4% continues to be lower than that of males at 73.4%. Furthermore, participation among married women was even lower at 39.3% compared to 80.4% for married men. Among women, the main reason for not participating in the workforce was due to domestic duties or caring for a child or an elderly person. The youth aged 14 to 24 make up more than half of Belize's population, and the percentage of youth not in employment or education declined from 18.6% in September 2021 to 11.8% in October 2022, as now more of our youths have exited the labor force due to school and other training activities. So there are more kids in school presently. The indigenous people of Belize are comprised of the Keichi, Mopan, Yucatec Maya, and the Garifuna, who all make up approximately 18% of the country's population. Of these two groups, the Maya communities experience twice the rate of poverty, with limited access to education, national political representation, and access to markets. It is with these statistics in mind that I recognize that technology is indeed a vital force in today's world, and when harnessed effectively can break down barriers, create opportunities, and empower communities, especially for women and children. However, it requires empathy, ethics, and a deep commitment to inclusivity. While the digital revolution has opened doors for women to endless possibilities, without true and intentional inclusion, those already at a disadvantage risk being left behind. Therefore, as we stand at the crossroads of technological innovation and social progress, we must embrace an equitable perspective that will move us toward a world where systems are designed for all. Today, women leaders are uniquely positioned to foster these values as they drive forward digital transformation in government and in all other areas of life, as we heard the first panelist. The key here is to integrate women's voices and talents in all areas of our nation's development, as it will help to guide systems and solutions that are more equitable, innovative, and sustainable. Having said that, my journey started some 38 years ago when I immersed myself in the teaching of special education in Belize, at then the only primary learning institution for special needs children. This institution has now taken a shift that we see students take on the development of skill sets that could serve them beyond the walls of a classroom. Students will be able to live as young entrepreneurs with the goal of surviving in this chaotic world. As a special education professional in educational leadership and diagnostic curriculum for special education, I subsequently taught, managed an elementary school for 30 years to truly embrace inclusivity, not just a welcoming attitude, but also with continuous teacher training, proper visual schedules in all classrooms, IEPs, and a lot of support for the teachers. Since assuming my role as Belize's Special Envoy, I have had the privilege of expanding my efforts countrywide. In this role, I have worked to promote and ensure that the most vulnerable members of our society, or women, children, and families, and the indigenous are empowered with the resources, education, and support they need to succeed.